Morning, everybody.
Morning.
All right, we get started here in like 30 seconds. All right. I hope everybody had a nice Memorial Day. So today's class, what we're going to be going through is Facebook page SEO for real estate agents. Just some general items. I record all these trainings, so of course, if you're not able to stay for the duration, I will have this available recorded to the cloud, so you could always go back and watch this, watch the slides and everything. So this will be recorded, but of course, anybody here live can tap in, ask questions. Typically, try and hold questions for the end of the training. This one should probably be about maybe 20 minutes or so, 20-25 minutes or so, and then leave it open for any questions specific to Facebook, SEO in general. I'll stay on and then give you that time to kind of, ask about your own page, profiles, things that you're doing now that maybe you need assistance with or anything of that nature. So, but if there are any questions relevant to the specific slide I'm going over, feel free to send me a message on the Zoom. I'll try my best to keep an eye on the chat as well. And but if not, then just hold your questions for afterwards. So today we're going to be talking about SEO, specifically within the Facebook world. For those who don't know what SEO stands for, search engine optimization. Kind of goes in hand with Google. A lot of people, when they hear SEO, they think of Google, right? So if anybody is typing in specific search terms to find a product or service on Google, what are we doing as business owners to make sure that our information is optimized and showing up somewhere on the first page for when that search query is performed? In this case, when we're talking about real estate, things such as homes for sale, looking to sell my house, things of that sort. So anything related to your specific business niche. Now, we're not going to be talking about Google in this training. We're going to be talking more specifically to Facebook, which still has an opportunity to perform SEO best practices with your Facebook business page. It doesn't always have to be your website. It's actually interesting. Over the past couple of years, we've seen kind of more of a sway away from full-blown websites to more geared towards landing pages, right, in the real estate vertical. So for instance, if somebody is going to Google and they already really know what they want, maybe they're looking for a home in Virginia Beach with a pool on a golf course, right, or in a specific area, they're going to go to Google and type in those specific search terms. So it's a lot, you convert at a higher level if that person then finds your website and they then go straight to a landing page with that exact information. So in the case of looking in Virginia Beach with a pool on a golf course or near a golf course, when they type that into Google and they click on your link, hopefully you're sending them to that specific type of content, right? Rather than just sending them to a general home page where they have to start their search all over again. So you're starting to see more landing page build outs, things like that, specifically related to whatever type of keyword that you're going after or a specific type of audience that you're going after. So so it's just been an interesting shift away from full-blown sites to kind of more niche specific landing pages. You can kind of think of your Facebook business page as that, as a landing page in a way. So there are some techniques that we can do to make sure that we're optimizing our Facebook page, because search queries do happen on Facebook as well. People trying to find realtors, trying to find home resources, things like that on Facebook. And we want to make sure that your pages are relevant and they are popping up for when these searches are conducted. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. What is Facebook SEO and how is it important for your business? So like I just said, SEO is not limited to websites. It also applies to your Facebook business pages. You can consider a Facebook page as a website, and SEO principles here can be applied in order to maximize our reach and attract more followers. Again, I see a lot of agents, they have Facebook business pages, they have groups, they have all these things set up, but they're not doing anything to drive traffic to it. It's like having the most nicely designed website out there. You spend thousands and thousands of bucks in developing a website, but if nobody's finding it, if nobody can uncover it, you know, and you're not driving traffic to it, that hopefully convert into leads, really, what's the point? So we have an initiative to develop a landing page. We have an initiative to set up a website. We have an initiative to set up a Facebook page or a group page or whatever. But really, most importantly, what is our initiative? What's our campaign strategy look like to drive traffic to it? How are people gonna find it? There is so much information out there on the internet, as we all know. It's extremely competitive. And then we break it down further into our industry in real estate, which is extraordinarily competitive. So we're competing with so much content out there. What can we do to separate our content from others and try and optimize that content so we are staying relevant? So our information is available and can be found by people who are looking for us as agents. So that's, you know, a little bit about what we're going to go over today and how we can do that on your Facebook page, your Facebook business page level. So really, mainly, we're going to talk about organic visibility today. So this isn't, and kind of the difference between organic versus paid. Paid is, it's requiring money out of our pockets, right? Where, you know, I've done classes on Facebook advertising. I think it works great. I think there's, you know, things that you can do to establish just making sure you have the right targeting down, the creative, the language, the follow-up process, things like that, to make it work pretty effectively. And I've done classes in the past. If you guys want, just let me know. I can shoot you over some links if you're ever interested in paid advertising on the Facebook channel. But today we're going to primarily talk about organic, and that's simply the opposite of paid. Really, the only thing that's required of us is our own time to do these principles, to put these best practices into place. So organic versus paid. Organic, it's going to happen naturally. Our visibility is going to increase naturally. More people are going to find us. Whereas paid search is, we're essentially paying to play, right? We're paying Facebook, or we're setting aside a specific budget per month in order for our information to be seen within a specific audience. All right, so again, talking more organic visibility today. And that's essentially what SEO is centered around. So some Facebook marketing basics, a couple areas that if you're not already really leveraging in the Facebook world, so to speak, these are, I think, the 4 core areas that you can maximize your visibility for your business. Facebook ads, we just talked about that. So that's the paid side. Business pages, which is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to focus on how we can optimize our business page to make it found. Facebook Marketplace, some of you all are pretty familiar with this. If you list, you know, certain items in a local marketplace, pretty, you know, this was launched a while back, and it's grown pretty significantly. Another outlet that you can use to maximize or to generate traffic. And then the 4th one are Facebook groups. Facebook groups, I think this is really kind of makes for an entirely different training. I'll probably put this together here pretty soon. as to, because everybody, again, as a business owner, as an agent, you're thinking, okay, I got to have a Facebook business page. That's the first step, when it comes to social media. And which, yes, you do want to have a Facebook business page, but there are other really branches off of that tree that you can use to leverage your business, to market your business better. And Facebook groups is one that's come up the last few years, with Facebook's algorithm change kind of shifting to wanting to show more information that is relevant, and kind of establishing a connection between the user of Facebook and really what they're seeing. They want to weigh more or kind of favor businesses or channels on their network that are actually showing people engaging with their audience, right? Or commenting or sharing and watching video and things like that. What's happened over the years is with business pages, there's not a whole ton of engagement going on. And when I say engagement, again, people that go to a Facebook page and more than just liking something, but actually commenting, sharing, things like that. And so what they've seen is Facebook groups that typically happens at a higher, more frequent level, right? And you think about it, if you're in a group, maybe you're in a group where maybe it's first-time home buyers, right? And so somebody's in there always asking questions, and people are responding to those questions, and they're sharing that content. They're watching videos. It's more engaging, where you don't really get that same type of interaction on just a plain general business page, right? So again, just kind of opens up a whole nother outlet for us to establish business. And I've seen a lot of agents now are shifting towards groups too, developing and launching their own groups that are maybe niche specific to maybe a type of audience. I've seen military, like a military wives group, to everything from like a small business community. Maybe in a specific area of, say, Virginia Beach, right? Maybe they're new to the area and they're looking for, resources, things to do, things like that. So somebody goes and develops a group around it. So there's all these different niches. There's so many ideas and ways you can target that. But again, another great area that you can use to market your business. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the SEO side of our Facebook business page, and how we can optimize that. So one of the first tips, kind of real basic here, the page URL on your Facebook business page. Now I'm going with the intent of this training that everybody has a business page set up. If they don't, of course, reach out to me at the end of this. If you're not sure of what to do or how to start, let me know and I can assist you through that. Pretty basic setup though. But first step is your page URL. So Facebook automatically generates a URL at the time of the page creation. All right, so when you set up a business page, you are going to have to establish, or a URL is going to be created at that case. I'm using the example here, Swell Real Estate Co. This is the only one that we've ever had. This was created at the time of creation of the page. So this allows the users to customize the URLs with the username of your choice. So the words in the URL serve as signals for Google to determine what a page is about. All right, so you should choose one that has your brand name or reflects an aspect of your business. So there's kind of two ways you can go about this, and that kind of goes into our next slide here, the unique Facebook page name. You could think about it as one, maybe you have a brand for your business, or maybe it's just your name, first name, last name, realtor, or first name, last name, real estate. Maybe you have your business as Coastal Virginia real estate experts, right? Or 757 Realty, or whatever that is, okay? So you can go down that route. That's kind of route number one, and you can make your page name that. Again, your name, your business name, your brand, however you look at it. What we're saying here, as far as the unique Facebook page name, and so you saw with ours, we elected, because that's our brand name, Swell Real Estate Co. And we just left it at that. And we fit in, things like real estate. So real estate is in our page URL. So again, it's relevant to the real estate business. When Facebook, Google, anybody looks at that URL, they know that it's real estate related. Okay, but then we also worked in our entire name. So Swell Real Estate Co. The other option you can look at is from an SEO strategy. All right, so in this case, Google finds the first word of the Facebook page name most important. All right, so it's crucial to ensure that your brand page name does not conflict with another brand's name. All right, so you want to make sure you keep that unique. It should describe your products or services, but shouldn't be too generic. So let's say, for example, I'm sitting here in the Kempsville area of Virginia Beach. Let's say I want to focus my efforts on Kempsville. I want to be the name that pops up when people think of Kempsville, okay, when it comes to real estate. Now, what we want to do is, in that case, if we're not going with something more general, say facebook.com/757 real estate experts, okay, maybe we want to do something more specific to a keyword or an area that a user is going to actually be searching for. Okay, so we might make our page name Kempsville Homes for Sale, right? Or Kempsville Real Estate, Virginia Beach, or something that's specific. If we're analyzing our keywords and we're thinking about what would a consumer search for in order to find the information that I'm trying to be found for, right? So if I'm servicing the Kempsville area of Virginia Beach, what are some specific keywords that consumers are looking at? Maybe they're typing in homes for sale in Kempsville, Virginia Beach, or homes for sale 23464, or looking to find a home in the Kempsville High School District. Anything that's specific. And again, we're using Kempsville as an example, but we're just thinking about our areas of coverage and breaking that down. So it's not Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, and so forth, but how can we break it down even further than that and get more granular, more hyper local? So in that case, really the two directions you can go with your page name are, one, like I said, just make it general, your first name, last name, or your real estate brand, or however you want to do it. Or the second option would be maybe not make it based around my name or my brand, but actually gear it towards something more SEO specific. Again, facebook.com/Kempsville Homes for Sale, right? Because then when Google looks at that name, they know, okay, this Facebook page is developed and built around and can serve as a resource for individuals that are looking for homes for sale in the Kempsville area, right? So it's just something to, again, kind of look at. A lot of people go right through this step. It's the first step. You elect your page name. But there is some thought to it, and there's some strategy that can be enacted in order to make sure, again, based on where you want to go with your SEO strategy there.
Hey, excuse me, Matt.
Yes.
This is Darren. Are you going to show us how to change that name?
Yeah, I can do it right now, Darren.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If we go to our Facebook page. So I'm just going to pull up ours as well here in this case. Now, what you can do is, and they've changed it a bit. If we go, there's a couple ways you can get to it. So if you're on your page, and
yes, I'm on it now.
Okay. And you scroll down here and you click edit page info.
Okay.
You see it on the left side, or you can also access, there should be an edit page info on the left handle there too.
Let's see.
Let me make sure this is the right area first. Yeah. So if you're on your business, and again, everybody's layout might be a little bit different. But I'm on my page and you go down to, you should see an edit page info, or do you have this little bar that pops up on the left
Yeah,
side?
that's what I have. I'm on a manage page.
Okay,
You
do
know,
you see an edit
professional
page info?
dashboard. I don't see managed info. I see settings.
Do you see my screen?
I can see yours. Yeah, mine doesn't look exactly like that. Let's see. Edit action. Oh. View, how about view ads?
No, would it be under view ads? I would have to, maybe what we can do, Darren, is you can share your screen with me after the presentation, and we can look at that.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, sure.
Yeah, it
sure.
should
Thank
be,
you.
but that's where you would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're under, like, if you're looking at my screen, if you go to edit page info, so you'll have your name, okay, and then you have your username.
Okay.
All right. Your username is what drives that URL.
Okay.
All right. So that's where you would actually correct that or modify it.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see, is Sally Sells 252 good, or should I niche down a little bit more? So yeah, good question, Sally. So in this case, it's that if that's your brand name, here's kind of how I look at it. If you've been running with a specific brand, or you know, in that case, Sally Sells 252, and that might be really all over your digital properties. Maybe your website is sallysells252.com. Maybe your Facebook is that same thing. Maybe your listing on yellowpages.com is the same thing. What I go back to is something called the NAP formula. It stands for name, address, phone number. And what that means, that all goes back into your overall SEO visibility. So meaning you want to make sure that your name, your address, and your phone number is consistent across all web properties. So your website domain, and again, I'm just using this, Sally, because you presented this as an example, sallysells252.com. Your Facebook, facebook.com/sallysells252. Your YouTube channel, youtube.com/sallysells252. You know, so again, you're kind of going with that specific coin term for your business. Now, again, if you've been doing this for a while, you might say, Matt, well, you know, my website's different. This is different. You know, everything's different. You know, don't get it. It's not a make or break. I mean, you know, it does help, I think, making sure that your name is consistent across all your digital properties. But I don't want you to, because you've had maybe you've had your same Facebook page for quite a while and you just got a different domain name. I don't want you to have to kind of go back and start changing everything. But there is some there is some purpose behind that as to why you would want to make sure that your Facebook handle is the same as your website, which is the same as your Google page, or your you know, or your YouTube page, or, you know, your Instagram handle, and everything is pretty much the same in that case, along with your address, along with your phone number. So, you know, in that case, again, let's see, no website, my digital footprint isn't great. Okay, yeah, so I think that could be a good start. If you're kind of starting from scratch, and you want to make that your name moving forward, and that's kind of your brand name, then I would go with that, because Google will, of course, begin to pull all that information together. Sally Sells 252 in that case, and know, okay, this Facebook page is tied with that website, which is tied with this Google listing, which is tied with that YouTube, which is tied with that YP.com listing, which is tied with that, you know, so all your digital properties, wherever you're present across the internet, that's all going to come together under that one specific name. All right, so that is you know, again, that is something to look at. You know, I would probably go that route if you're just starting out. So absolutely. So Facebook page name. So we kind of went through that, and then of course select the category that best suits your business. In this case, whatever's more relevant, real estate specific. All right, the Facebook SEO or SEO for your about section. This is one that goes right by a lot of people too. We get a Facebook page set up. I even look at ones that have been around for quite a few years and they still don't have information in their about section. This is a great place to help with your overall SEO, work in some specific keywords that we were talking about earlier. We were using the Kempsville example. So this is where you would go and again, kind of put together a like a short little bio. Again, doesn't have to be extremely long. There's not going to be a lot of users that come here and read this about section, but it is going to get crawled and scanned by Facebook in this case, by Google in this case. Okay, so let's say that you're targeting Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, and Norfolk. Maybe you're on this side of southeastern Virginia. Okay, we might, instead of putting, my name is Matt and I specialize in helping, or I specialize in real estate, right? And just something very general. Hi, my name is Matt. I help buyers and sellers, or I help individuals looking to buy homes and sell homes within the Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake areas of Hampton Roads, Virginia. But and what we're trying to do with this section is we're trying to work in a few different search queries. Again, what we think people are trying to find, and we want to make sure that we're being found for, right? So if somebody's going onto Google and they're typing in Virginia Beach homes for sale, or homes for sale in Kempsville, or homes for sale in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, things like that, specifically, we want to make sure those specific keywords are inserted into our about section. All right. Now, what we also don't want to do is we don't want to just, once we define our targeted keywords that we want to be found for, we don't want to go into this about section and just stuff the page, right? We are still writing for the user. All right. So old school practice, black hat practice of SEO was individuals will go into their about section and they would just spam the about section with all these different keywords. So when Google crawls this page and they see, oh, this person has Virginia Beach homes for sale in here 15 different times, well, that's keyword stuffing, right? Excuse me. So we don't want to do that. We still want to write for the user, but we want to creatively kind of insert these targeted keywords into our about section. The about section of our Facebook page gives us that opportunity. All right, so again, another area that you can use to work in some of these terms and make sure that your business page is optimized. Sprinkling keywords don't stuff, exactly what I just talked about here. So again, avoiding keyword stuffing, but include the right keywords in the following areas. So what we're looking at is the about section, which we talked about. So these are different areas of your Facebook page that you can go into and define or insert some of these keywords, right? So again, even before we get into this, what you guys probably want to be doing, and this is shared in some of my other previous SEO classes, is sitting down and figuring out, okay, what do my targeted keywords look like? And again, back to the question, what keywords do I want to be found for when somebody's searching online? It's going to be kind of two parts of this. One is going to be location driven. So you might say, okay, what areas do I want to concentrate on? I want to concentrate on Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Newport News, Hampton, Outer Banks, Elizabeth City, Suffolk, Williamsburg. Start developing what areas you want to be found for. Break that down a step further and get more granular, more hyper local. So, okay, not just Virginia Beach, but I want to be found for even more specific keywords pertaining to maybe oceanfront, Red Mill, Pungo, Kempsville, Chicks Beach. I mean, so again, driving it down even further. So our first part of developing our keywords is location specific. All right, we're probably not going to optimize if you don't want to drive up to Gloucester. You're not going to be spending all your time optimizing your Facebook page for Gloucester specific terms. Okay, you want to develop your presence based around the areas that you want to service. So get your location down, and then you're going to pair those locations up with general real estate search terms. Okay, homes for sale, sell my house, realtor, real estate agent, the best real estate agent, things like that. So once you combine those together, you have Chicks Beach homes for sale, Kempsville homes for sale, best agent in Virginia Beach, best agent on the oceanfront, Virginia Beach. So location paired with the real estate specific term. You combine those and you start developing your specific keyword list. All right. Now we're taking those keywords now, and these are the specific areas that we can drop them in. So we talked about the about section. We have our description area on Facebook, on our Facebook business page. We have our headline. All right. Captions of photos. This is one that a lot of people don't think about. Let's say that you post share a picture online or on your Facebook business page, or you upload something. Put in a caption of that photo, right? Maybe it was taken within the out in Chicks Beach. Okay, we want to put that information. We want to insert that keyword into the caption of that photo. Right? A lot of people just upload a photo and share it, and that's it. Okay, but there are things that we can do to go in and make sure that's optimized. So when people are searching for that keyword, it increases our chances of being found. Okay, so next time you upload a photo, make sure you're writing a caption that is, again, for the user, most importantly, but it does involve some SEO best practice too. There's a notes section on your Facebook page as well, and then just basic updates, right? So you're thinking about in your posts, okay, posts that you're writing, think about integrating or working in those same keywords into your posts. All right, all this information, guys, gets crawled by these what they call bots out there that then goes into their index. So when myself or John Doe down the street or whoever, when they're performing a search, that bot is then crawling that index and trying to find the most relevant content for their consumer that they can then send over or serve back in their search query. All right. So if I was doing some birthday gift shopping for my son, and doing some search querying on Google. All right, and I put in he likes John Cena, the wrestler. So I go to Google, I type in John Cena WWE wrestling figure. All right, there's thousands of sites that come up, right? Product sites, things like that come up. When I perform that search, Google in a split second, even quicker than that, right? They're crawling their index to see, okay, out of all the sites, out of all the information out there, what is more relevant? What is more optimized for that specific keyword, which is John Cena, WWE wrestler? Out of all the websites, all the content that they have in there, and in a quick second, less than that, they're serving that information back. Okay. We want to make sure that we're being found prominently. This is the same type of stuff that we're doing. So we're taking our keywords that we're targeting, and we want to make sure that they're plotted in, they're worked into some of these different areas on our Facebook business page. So when somebody does perform that search, you're going to come up. Somebody's not on mute, if you don't mind muting.
Oh, is that where?
All right. So yeah, sprinkle keywords. Again, don't stuff though in that case. Including accurate contact information. Again, another area that doesn't really get filled out. So providing accurate and detailed contact information provides authenticity to a Facebook page and improves local SEO. So making sure that you're including your website or your office address, phone number, business hours, anything that is listed in your about section. Okay, fill it out. Try not to leave it blank. Okay, there's a lot of people out there. They just set it up and they leave a lot of the stuff blank, or maybe they go in there, they just put in their website, or maybe they just put in their phone number. Fill it all out. Business hours, website, phone number, email, description. Again, this is all going to get crawled by the bot and added to their index. Okay, which again allows you and your business to appear in their local search results for when these specific types of terms are searched for. And just real quick, for those, I know we're back here. If you're, I think Darren, you had a question about that, but again, all this is in your about section, edit page info. Okay, and you can go in here and contact hours, and go through here and adjust all that information. But again, if you guys have any questions on where to find any of this, just let me know. All right, backlinking to your page. When I just used the example of the John Cena wrestling figure, all right, a good percentage of what goes into that website appearing, number one, number two, number three, typically on that first page, is also backlinks. Google is saying, okay, what reputable, I'm showing this website, these websites to Matt first, because I see all these other websites out there linking back to that specific website. That tells me that site is reputable. It's a legitimate website. There's all these other valuable sites that are linking back to that website. All right, so backlinks are essential elements of Facebook's SEO process. So again, they're looking at other reputable sources that are linking back to your website. Google estimates Facebook page's credibility by analyzing these links. So you can get backlinks from your official website to your Facebook page, or you can collaborate with any other brand, maybe writing guest blogs, things like that. So what I mean here is, let's say that we have, we'll use Swell's, our Facebook URL. So we have facebook.com/Swell Real Estate Co. That is our page URL. Now, what we want to do is we want to go out there and get as many reputable websites or other websites to link back to facebook.com/Swell Real Estate Co. All right, because if Google sees that, let's say abcroofing.com is a reputable roofer in town, and Swell is listed as a preferred real estate partner of ABC Roofing, maybe you go to abcroofing.com, all right, and they have us down on the bottom or somewhere on their website as a referred partner or a preferred partner, and they link to our Facebook page, that exact URL, then that just goes to say, oh, Google's looking at it. Well, abcroofing.com is a reputable site, right? Based in our eyes, based on other backlinks and how long they've been around and information that they have and things like that. They're linking to Swell's Facebook page. Oh, okay, there's some value here, right? So they're using that as a factor into analyzing our Facebook page. All right, so you guys as agents, you might want to think, okay, what are some other websites out there that would be willing to give me a link back to my site? All right, think maybe preferred vendors. I just used one. Maybe you've been working with a contractor for a long time. He has his own website, abchandyman.com. Jake runs it. Hey, Jake, I was wondering, I know we've been working together for a while. I've sent you a lot of referrals. Hey, do you have a preferred vendor page on your website, or would you mind maybe linking back to my Facebook page, or a neighborhood community site? There's a lot of these out there, right? Maybe contacting your neighborhood if they got a website. Hey, do you mind linking back to my Facebook page as a resource for people who are looking to buy or sell, right? And it's not even just that. I share a lot of relevant, resourceful content on a daily basis, weekly basis. I think it could be a valuable link for users of your website to go to if they're looking for real estate knowledge, right? Or real estate news, things like that. So, or friend, family's business. anywhere. Just, get creative with this. But the goal here is to find other websites out there where you have a pretty quick connection with, right? And see if they'll give you a link back, because the more of these links, the more other websites out there that are linking back to your Facebook page, the better your SEO is going to be. Adding a CTA button, call to action. All right. Again, one that gets overlooked pretty frequently. I think we've gotten better with this. Seeing more people, they might add book now or call now or things like this. But adding a call to action button helps convert traffic. All right. So again, we're driving. First off, we have that Facebook page. Okay. Now we're driving traffic to it, which is good. Like I said at the beginning of this, we can have it all built out and have something nicely designed, but if we're not driving traffic to it, people aren't finding it, people aren't discovering it, then it doesn't really matter. So now that we have the traffic, how do we convert that traffic? How do we get people calling us, booking an appointment with us, things like that, following us? So this is a button that you can add on your Facebook page. There's several of these. Book an appointment, download the application. Maybe you're giving away a free, maybe a home buyers 101 or 10 ways to get your house prepped for a listing, things like that. You can have a download option, contact a team member, make a donation, call now. So make sure that your Facebook page does have one of these call to actions in place. You can actually go just directly to, right now we have our book now link. So it should be up in the top right. But if you click that, you can click edit button. And this is where you can select the call to action. All right, so right now we have book now. People can set up in a meeting with us. They can call now straight to your phone, contact us. You can actually just direct them straight to your website. Send a message works pretty well too. I think a lot of individuals now, especially maybe if they're at work, they don't want to talk on the phone right away. They find maybe just sending a message works better. It's a little less non-invasive too with, getting a call back. They just kind of exchange messages that way, sign up, things like that. So call to action button is something to add. It's like we got a question. All right, sharing content regularly. Okay, so to lead in your niche of real estate, you must add relevant and compelling content that generates more engagement and prompts visitors to follow, like, share, and comment. All right, it is crucial to post at the right time to maximize the reach of your content and attract traffic. You'll have to experiment with posting at different times, but once you discover that right time, ensure that you post regularly within that same time bracket. Overall with this, guys, is what I want you to get in the habit of is don't, I see a lot of the same stuff posted daily, weekly, right? Within our space, it's pretty much the same stuff. Listing, a home went under contract, maybe a picture at the closing table with your happy clients. And then we just kind of start all over again. I'm not saying that content does not work. I mean, continue to do that, but sprinkle in some other types of content, right? Stuff that sticks out. So don't go to your Facebook page and as you're scrolling down, you see all the same type of content. It's just maybe you shared a listing or you shared a video and so again, kind of get in the habit, get yourself together a social media calendar where maybe even if you don't post daily, just try and get in the habit of posting every couple days, maybe 2 to 3 days, right? And have a content calendar together. I know I have stuff that I could share with you guys. So if you want access to some type of content calendar where you're kind of looking at, we're about to start June. So on each day, June 3rd, June 5th, June 10th, June 5th, whatever days you want, there's a specific type of content that you can post out there. So you kind of get in the habit, set yourself a reminder, because that's really where a lot of it starts. You can do all this stuff, optimize your profile, do everything that we've been talking about, but if you don't have a lot of regularly posted content, it's not going to help. Your page needs to stay active. And the more compelling the content is, the more engagement you're going to have. You don't want people just coming, and I guarantee you, if you look at a lot of the same stuff, like a listing reshare or something, there might be a like, maybe 2 likes, 3 likes, maybe from a friend or close family of yours, or you know, somebody within that segment. But again, you're not going to get any engagement. You want to post stuff where people are going to respond, comment, maybe ask a question about, to where then you can provide the answer and get a conversation thread rolling. You want stuff where people are going to share it. Okay, it's compelling enough to where they're, oh man, I have to share this to my followers, right? People need to see this stuff. Okay, so that's really what you want to get in the habit of, because that's what Facebook's looking at. They're not just looking at who's got the most likes on their page, who's got the most followers, how is that content being engaged. Okay, John Doe, I'm looking at his page. You know, he's got some followers, but man, is his content really getting shared? Are people really engaging with it? They're finding it resourceful, they're finding it valuable. That's the kind of stuff that you want to go after. You know, if you guys want to, you can look at, if you're on your Facebook page, and if you've ever gone to the Insights tab, and again, if you need, you can go to facebook.com/insights. Okay, this takes you to all your analytics behind your existing page. Okay, in this case, is the last 20 days, Facebook page reach, kind of gives you an idea. Also in terms of audience, you know, Instagram followers, things like that. But if you go to under content, if you click on content, I like to do this time to time again, just kind of see what content is performing at a higher level. And again, you can kind of look at what type of content you've been sharing, right? So this will kind of give me a quick little snapshot of the types of content that we posted out recently. Okay, and we can look at over here, okay, the reach, right? Reach meaning how many people have actually seen that post. Okay, now it's interesting, like I'll go down here and we got some welcome posts of agents, we got some holiday shout outs. And then I'm kind of scrolling through here. We got some open or for sale pages. But then I go here, and here's one that sticks out. This one has reached over, and these are actually non-boosted posts, meaning we didn't pay any money to get people to look at this, right? To display in front of other profiles. 1.2K, so 1.2 thousand. All right, compared to the others. And this looks like a congratulations post. This was our award ceremony. Okay, so this one really stuck out. This one, you know, so kind of looks like, again, this is content that works, right? That people like to see, that people are interacting with. All right, so again, maybe just kind of take a peek at your own content, scroll through your Facebook page, use the Insights tool to gain some analytics, to see, again, kind of the nitty gritty of how many people that post reached, and kind of give you a bit of a head start on that. And last one, a couple things to kind of show here, and we went a little bit over, is just interacting. When we talk about the engagement metric, interacting with your audience. So a couple things here. Go live streaming and engage with customers. So building a friendly demeanor by connecting with the audience can play a huge role in SEO. So again, this might be just opening up your phone, going live on camera. Hey, I'm open for the next 20, 30 minutes. Do you have any questions about buying or selling real estate? Right? Or if maybe nobody's coming to that, or maybe nobody's asking anything, you know, Google some frequently asked questions when it comes to your space. You know, I mean, there's tons of questions out there. People maybe have never bought a home before, first-time home buyers. They think, okay, well, maybe I got a 620 credit score. That's not good enough to buy a house. Well, that's not true, right? There's programs available. So, you know, be a resource. Go, you know, live stream. I mean, live streaming works very effectively. Facebook gives a lot of weight to that. Okay, when you live stream or you go live video on your Facebook page, so people will get alerted when that happens. Okay, so again, that's a cool little technique. Something, instead of recording a video and then sharing it on YouTube and then posting it on your Facebook page, you know, think about live streaming once in a while. And then replying to comments on Facebook without delay and reflecting that you care about their opinions, right? So this could be resolving issues, responding to messages, but taking a proactive approach. I mean, this really helps build the trust. So I see a lot of times where users will comment on things, comment back, right? Excuse me. Maybe it's allergy. Woo. Maybe it is a testimonial. They wrote something great about you, right? Reply back on that. Maybe it's on another page. Maybe you see somebody ask a question real estate related. Reply back. So just kind of get in the habit of replying back to comments. I think a lot of times we kind of sit back and sometimes watch a lot of this stuff go down, and we see people kind of going back and forth. And but you know, don't be afraid to interact and reply back. Really get your name out there. That kind of helps again overall. All right, so so that is that. What I'll do is probably went a little over today, but I do have some time for Q&A, of course. This was recorded, so I will send the link out once it's available on the cloud server, and I'll shoot that out. But yeah, at this time I want to kind of leave it open if anybody has any specific questions to what we talked about today. Nothing today? All right, well, if anybody does, you know how to get a hold of me, and hopefully this was helpful. Again, like I said, I'll send this this link out once it's ready. But any help you need, let me know, and I hope you guys have a great Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Matt. Can we link up so I can change that title?
Yeah. Actually, yes. I'm gonna stop this share, Darren,
Yeah.
and then we can, if you want to stay on real quick.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
All right.